Can Rolly pull off an upset against Ryan?
Can Rolly pull off an upset?
Yeah, do you
I don't want to say that's crazy, but yeah, hopefully, bro. Hopefully for the sake of Rolly, he pull it off. But it's going to be a good fight.
In the lead-up to the highly anticipated boxing match between Ryan Garcia and Rolando "Rolly" Romero, Gervonta has issued a stark warning to Garcia, emphasizing Romero's formidable punching power.
Rolly hit hard. People be sleeping on Rolly because he been obviously, I don't know how to say it, obviously, but yeah, if he don't got no chin now, so Rolly be getting caught, but Rolly, he can't hit, bro.
Meanwhile, during the promotional events for the Garcia versus Romero fight have been nothing short of electrifying. At a recent press conference in Los Angeles, Garcia exuded confidence, predicting a knockout victory over Romero with his signature left hook.
Not even redeem myself, but submit that Austrian bullshit. You know what you probably did set up. We know you did that.
You know what happened?
Where's your little brother? Is your brother in the house? Because your brother knew before everybody else, and you don't answer that question.
Romero, never one to back down, he dismissed Garcia's threats, asserting that he doesn't fear the left hook and is prepared to counter any strategy Garcia brings to the ring. Rolly Romero reflected on his past issues with Ryan Garcia, explaining that any personal beef between them had ended long ago. He mentioned that during a time when Garcia faced criticism and online trolling, Romero stood by him and defended him publicly, despite their differences.
The thing with me and Ryan is, I done ended that beef long ago. Because I'll tell you guys all something. And while everyone over there bullying and slandering the mother, who's the only one that defended him? Throughout all the fucking bullshit, who's the only one that defended him?
His mama.
No, me.
Robert Garcia shared his thoughts on Rolly Romero and his role in the boxing world. He described Romero as an entertaining figure who, despite sometimes saying unusual or confusing things, still manages to capture the attention of fans. Garcia noted that Romero's unpredictable personality adds excitement to the sport, as people are always curious to hear what he will say next and eager to watch him compete.
Look, Rolly's is good for boxing, man. You know, people love him. People want to see what he says. Sometimes he's just a weird boy. You know, when he talks, you know.
He brought a pickle. Did you see the pickle?
Sometimes he talks things that doesn't make sense, but people still laugh about it. You know, he laughs about it. People laugh about it. People just want to hear him, and people want to see him compete. I think it's an interesting fight.
Robert Garcia also shared his prediction for the upcoming fight between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. He acknowledged that Ryan's speed and power would likely be the key factors in determining the outcome. While he leaned towards Ryan as the favorite, Garcia still found the matchup intriguing, noting that Romero always delivers entertaining performances, making it a fight worth watching.
I think Ryan's speed and power will be the main difference there, and I think I do pick Ryan to win, but it's still interesting. You know, Rolly's always puts up good fights, always puts up good shows, so you know, it's a great fight to watch.
Now, Rolly Romero's explosive power and aggressive fighting style make him a dangerous opponent in the ring. His unorthodox approach often catches rivals off guard, adding unpredictability to his game. Romero also possesses solid counterpunching skills, allowing him to capitalize on his opponent's mistakes. Gervonta Davis recently acknowledged Rolly Romero's punching power, highlighting just how dangerous Romero can be in the ring. Davis admitted that Romero's strength left a lasting impression on him, describing the force behind Romero's punches as something unique. He said, "Rolly, he can hit, bro. Like, he can hit. He's the only person I felt like when he swung, it felt like bricks." Gervonta Davis further described his experience facing Rolly Romero, emphasizing the raw power behind Romero's punches. Even though Romero didn't land many clean shots, the ones that did connect left an impact, showcasing just how heavy-handed he is.
He didn't touch me with nothing clean, but when he did touch me, he was like, hit me all across the room, like boom, boom, like damn.
Ryan Garcia's boxing career has been a roller coaster of highs and lows. In April 2024, he secured a unanimous decision victory over Devin Haney. However, that triumph was overshadowed by a subsequent positive test for Osterine, leading to a 1-year suspension, and the bout being declared a no contest.
Tio, shut the fuck up, bro. Don't start your shit today. Don't start. No, alhamdulillah, I'm happy to be here. I'm just excited to be back, in boxing and under the lights. I'm excited for it.
This setback has added layers to the narrative surrounding the upcoming fight. Fans and analysts alike are curious to see how Garcia will perform after his hiatus. Ryan Garcia is stepping back into the ring with a point to prove after facing multiple controversies outside of boxing. From personal struggles to public criticism, he's determined to silence doubts about his focus and dedication. Whereas Romero has capitalized on this intrigue, questioning Garcia's focus and suggesting that his modeling pursuits have detracted from his boxing skills. Oscar de la Hoya recently shared his enthusiasm over Ryan Garcia's comeback to the boxing spotlight. He praised Garcia's rejuvenated attitude and confidence, emphasizing how vital his presence is for the highly anticipated event on May 2nd in Times Square. De la Hoya highlighted Garcia's charisma and influence, suggesting that the grand scale and excitement surrounding the event wouldn't be possible without him.
You said earlier today when you're talking to the Ring magazine that Ryan Garcia is not chasing championships. He's basically just wants to be a model. What did you mean by that?
Well, he didn't make weight for his last 4 title fights, and he didn't even try to make weight with Tank, so yeah, you're not chasing a belt. But we'll see. May 2nd.
What's the game plan to beat Ryan Garcia?
Sergio Mora acknowledged Garcia's natural star power and the attention he draws, but highlighted that his recent controversies, especially the contentious fight with Devin Haney and allegations related to performance-enhancing drugs, PEDs, have created doubts about his image and credibility. Mora stressed that Garcia needs to deliver a clean, decisive performance to restore his reputation. He stated, "Ryan Garcia is always exciting. You know he's always going to be popular, all eyes on him. He's coming off a controversial fight with Haney, so he has a lot to prove and rectify with his, not only his style, but his image, you know? He has to come back and prove that he can do everything without the issues that he had. The PEDS thing, whether it was true or not." During the press conference, Garcia addressed their history, specifically a past sparring session with Romero. Garcia suggested that Romero had leveraged that session to elevate his own career. However, Garcia was clear in stating he held no grudges, saying, "I don't have no bad blood with him." Despite Garcia's composed stance, Romero, known for his bold and outspoken style, dismissed the sentiment. He asserted that their upcoming fight would be the ultimate test of their skills.
No, I want to chop that kid's head off.
Why? You just don't like him? Like it rubs off the wrong way, or?
He's a phony.
Yeah.
He's a phony. I don't like phonies. That's simple as that. I just don't like phonies.
Yeah.
So, I keep it real with everybody, and he a phony.
In a recent interview, Rolly Romero escalated the tension by delivering harsh remarks about Garcia. He labeled Garcia as a coward and a phony, intensifying the verbal feud. Romero didn't hold back, stating his determination to face Garcia in the ring and expressing his brutal intent, saying he aimed to chop his head off. This escalating war of words has only fueled anticipation for what promises to be an explosive showdown.
From what I seen when I sparred him, and from what I've heard elsewhere, he's a phony. He's a coward.
The Ryan situation, I see that's the most tension. Is there real beef there, or is it just you want to get ahead and you see him as a guy that you sparred a lot and you feel you should be in that position?
No, I want to chop that kid's head off.
Why? You just don't like him? Like it rubs off the wrong way, or?
He's a phony.
Yeah.
He's a phony. I don't like phonies. That's simple as that. I just don't like phonies.
Yeah.
So, I keep it real with everybody, and he a phony.
What gives you that impression?
Express it.
Yeah.
From what I seen when I sparred him, and from what I've heard elsewhere, he's a phony.
Yeah.
He's a coward.
This fight has already gained hype. Andrew Tate, accompanied by his brother Tristan, recently made notable appearances at press conferences for upcoming boxing matches, notably showing support for fighters such as Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. Andrew Tate, known for his outspoken views, recently shared his thoughts on the upcoming boxing match between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. Tate emphasized that Garcia's exceptional hand speed could be a decisive factor in the bout. He suggested that Romero should be wary of Garcia's quickness, as it poses a significant threat. In a recent interview, Tate elaborated on this point, stating that Garcia's fast hands might be the key to his success against Romero. He implied that Romero needs to be cautious of Garcia's speed, as it could play a crucial role in the fight's outcome.
Bro, I don't want to disrespect anyone. I want to wish everybody the absolute best. I hope everybody gets in there, has a great time, leaves happy, healthy, a little bit richer.
Right.
But Ryan's quick, man. I'll just tell you something. Like, I remember from my fight days, I'm a bit old now, but I'm scared of the guy whose hands you can't see. Those are the ones to be afraid of.
Because they're all good fighters, but Ryan's clearly your favorite.
They're all fantastic fighters. Ryan and I are good friends, you know, so we have a personal relationship there.
Yeah.
Both Garcia and Romero are known for their aggressive styles and knockout power, contributing to the widespread belief that the fight will end before the final bell. Garcia's speed and precision contrast with Romero's unorthodox approach and raw power, setting the stage for a potentially explosive encounter. Given these factors, the consensus among boxing professionals and analysts is that the Garcia versus Romero fight is highly likely to conclude with a knockout, though opinions vary on who will emerge victorious.
You know what I mean? So that's a really good fight. I think that won't be the fight of the night. Rolly and Ryan will be the fight of the night.
Because someone's probably getting highlight reel knocked out in that fight.
What'd you say?
Someone's probably getting put out, not just put out, but highlight reel style in Ryan and Rolly, especially if Rolly brings back the old Rolly and punches with Ryan.
Not timid.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia is famous for his lightning-fast hand speed and devastating left hook. His offensive arsenal allows him to dictate the pace of fights, often overwhelming opponents before they can establish their rhythm. However, questions have been raised about his defensive capabilities, particularly his tendency to leave his chin exposed during exchanges. In contrast, Rolando Romero is characterized by his unorthodox style and raw power. While he may lack the technical finesse of some of his peers, his unpredictability and aggression make him a formidable adversary. Romero's ability to close the distance and land heavy shots poses a significant threat to any opponent, especially those unprepared for his unconventional approach. Paulie Malignaggi pointed out that Romero can be unpredictable, with performances that swing between impressive and underwhelming. Malignaggi also referenced an old sparring session between the two, which is available on YouTube, where Garcia appeared to have the upper hand. He further emphasized that Garcia is under significant pressure in his comeback fight, needing to deliver a strong performance to re-establish his standing in the sport. The stakes are even higher, with Devin Haney also competing on the same card.
Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Teofimo, and they're going to do a show in the middle of Times Square.
Yeah, putting Ryan on there is kind of smart. You know, that's right there. But then it's a solid match. Listen, Rolly and Ryan's an interesting fight because Rolly's hit or miss, bro. Rolly sometimes looks like where'd you find this guy off the corner, but sometimes he performs. There's a sparring session with Ryan and Rolly on YouTube where it looks like Rolly's doing pretty well in there. I'm curious about that fight. Rolly's back against the wall. He's got to perform. Everybody's curious about Ryan coming back. You got Devin Haney on the undercard against Ramirez. He's in court with Ryan. What happens if they cross paths to the weigh-in, even though they're not fighting each other? You know, like, solid card.
The boxing community is abuzz with predictions and analyses regarding this matchup. Teofimo Lopez, a prominent figure in the lightweight division, cautioned Garcia about Romero's punching power, emphasizing the need for vigilance. Jermaine Ortiz shared his thoughts on the upcoming clash between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero, calling it an exciting matchup due to both fighters possessing knockout power. However, Ortiz expressed doubts about Romero's chances, criticizing his speed and predictability in the ring. He stated, "I think it would be a good fight, you know. They both got power in their hands, but I think Rolly is way too slow. He shows his punches way too much." Jermaine Ortiz further predicted how the fight might unfold, suggesting that Ryan Garcia's speed and signature left hook could be the deciding factor. He added, "I think Ryan will catch him with that left hook." Sean Porter also suggested that the fight is bound to end with someone getting seriously hurt. He leaned towards Romero being on the losing end, pointing out that Romero hasn't looked the same since his defeat to Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Porter said, "That fight is where somebody is going to get hurt." I don't know who going to get hurt. Somebody going get hurt in that one. I would bet that it's Rolly that ends up getting hurt just simply because he hasn't been Roy Romero since the Tank fight. I mean, let's keep it real. He hasn't been Rolly Romero since the Tank fight. Sean Porter then explained that before that defeat, Romero was known for his fearless, aggressive approach, relentlessly hunting down opponents in the ring. However, since that loss, Porter observed a shift in Romero's style, suggesting that the knockout changed his mindset. Romero now appears more hesitant, relying on footwork rather than pure aggression, which Porter believes is due to his lack of defensive mechanics, like slipping or catching punches effectively. Sean Porter reflected on how Rolly Romero's fighting style has changed since his knockout loss to Gervonta Davis. He pointed out that before the defeat, Romero was known for his fearless, aggressive approach in the ring. However, that loss seems to have impacted his confidence and style.
Before Rolly, just so that I can provide the necessary understanding, before Rolly fought Tank, Rolly was like this daredevil in the ring.
Yes.
That was a manhunter that was just gonna come get you.
Porter explained how Romero's approach has become more cautious, with a greater focus on footwork. He noted that Romero struggles with defensive techniques like slipping or catching punches, and now prefers to avoid danger by moving around the ring. However, Porter suggested that if Romero can return to his old aggressive form, it could lead to an explosive fight against Ryan Garcia.
And he just ain't that guy anymore. He's very hesitant now, and on top of that, he's more willing to use his feet because he doesn't have the mechanics to use defense with catching punches and slipping punches and returning, you know. But if we get an old school vintage Rolly in the ring against Ryan Garcia, that thing gonna light up New York.
Like Porter, many believed that the older version of Rolly Romero was more dangerous than Ryan Garcia. Back then, Romero fought with fearless aggression and relentless pressure, making him a tough challenge for anyone. If that vintage Rolly shows up, some argue he'd have the upper hand over Garcia. Greg Hackett emphasized the intensity of the upcoming fight, describing it as more than just a standard boxing match. He highlighted the genuine animosity between the two fighters, suggesting that the personal rivalry would fuel the action once they step into the ring. According to Hackett, the clash will be unforgettable because it's rooted in real emotions, not manufactured hype.
He's going to down. Rolly don't like Ryan. Ryan don't with Rolly. They're going to really go at it. It's a good joint. Yo, it's a good joint. What's up, gang? It's a good joint. For Rolly. They're gonna get it in. I mean, it's gonna be a funny-ass fight, but it's gonna be entertaining.
Hackett also painted a vivid picture of the fight's atmosphere, expecting pure aggression and high-stakes moments that will keep fans on edge. He suggested that this wouldn't be a technical battle but an all-out war, with both fighters eager to prove themselves. He added, "It's gonna be chaos, man. They're gonna let their hands fly. Someone's getting knocked out or we're in for a crazy battle. Either way, it's gonna be a fight people talk about for a long time." Echoing Hackett's perspective, Floyd Mayweather also weighed in on the fight, predicting a thrilling showdown. Known for his sharp boxing analysis, Mayweather expressed confidence that the bout would deliver intense action. He stated, "One of the most anticipated fights this year. I guarantee this will be action-packed. This one right here is bombs away." Now Garcia is determined to silence his critics and prove he's more than his past controversies, while Romero is eager to show he's still a dangerous force in the ring. With emotions running high and both fighters carrying something to prove, this matchup promises fireworks. But who will come out on top when the dust settles? Will Ryan's speed and power be enough, or will Rolly's raw strength and grit lead him to victory? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exclusive boxing content. Stay tuned. We've got all the latest updates coming your way.